barely here in my bed, knowing I've been pretending to be happy without you. All day I look at the things I see around me and thinking to myself, I wish you were here to keep my mind off all these painful happenings. The world went crazy and you ain't around to hug me, my baby. You and your world and me and mine, seems like a dozen leap years until it's our time. When is it our time, baby? Why I gotta see all these people going crazy all around me? But then on the other hand, I see lovers holding hands and love blooming in desolate foreign lands, making me miss you, oh, 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 so much. Longing for only your touch. I ain't just missing you, I'm dying for you. Every night, crying for you. Distance and time are the determining factors of our physical alignment, but our spirits have already dined in the ethers and flown together as timeless galaxy creatures. But this is my lover's prayer, that you'll come and get me and take me back there, up to the stars above, back up to the clouds of pure love. Don't keep me waiting, baby. Tomorrow isn't promised, but today, maybe. I'll be your everything, I'll make good on our wedding ring. If I could just marry you right now on heaven's altar, I promise you forever, my love will never falter. You know the things they try to do to keep us apart. You know the things you keep promising to do with my heart. My love, I will always be yours, just like I was from the start. So let's make it, regardless of the struggles, and whether or not love is a dying art. This is my lover's prayer, that you'll come and get me and take me back there, up to the stars above, back up to the clouds of pure love. Don't keep me waiting, baby. Tomorrow isn't promised, but today, maybe. I'll be your everything, I'll make good on our wedding ring. This is my lover's prayer. Hi Twin Flames, hi light workers. Lisha and Andy here with another video. Thank you all for joining me. I love you guys. I am so grateful for all of my subscribers, and I want to just give you guys a hand clap, because I think it's wonderful that you guys are on here with me. Those of you who are continuing to go through the videos and check and see which ones are resonating with you, I really appreciate it. And for those of you who are new, this platform is for twin flames who are also light workers, and also light workers who are just seeking to spread love and light, okay, and who love music. That is the main reason why we're here, is because we love music. We have a mission, a purpose here that might have to do with music or art, and we love to share that with the world. And so I am a singer-songwriter, and I have been making music for the past about 9 years now. I've been singing all my life, but I just recently got into making my own music. And so it's been a very rewarding experience for me, just to witness people that are coming to hear me sing, or just listening to my music online, streaming it on all the major digital platforms. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and I thank you so much. I always list my music and where you can find it in the description box below. And I always like to just say, you know, that we're all here to heal, okay? We're here to heal, and to make sure that we can use music as a tool to heal. And our twin flames oftentimes communicate with us through our music, the music that we hear. And so a lot of times the messages that are coming out from these videos are messages that the angels are sending you so you can understand what your twin flame might be going through or what you might be going through so that it helps you heal on your journey. Okay, so just want you guys to know that all of these messages that I'm giving you, all of these songs that I've written have been channeled from Source and Spirit and Father Mama, and I just love the fact that I can share it with you. This is my gift, and I give it to you, and I give it to everyone who is in this world, because music is universal. You might not be a twin flame, but you still can appreciate the music. And so that is a beautiful thing. We all want to be loved. We all want to feel love and know what it's like, to have love in our lives. And that can be, achieved in many different ways. You don't have to be a twin flame in order to experience love. So just know that you guys, that not everybody on here is going to be a twin flame, but you can definitely appreciate the music and the messages that are being given to you from the angels and from Father Mama, who is, which is my term of endearment for our creator or source. Okay, so maneuvering through this platform, I just want you guys to remember that you can always go to the playlists. The playlists that I put out are there to help you to know which series goes with what. Okay, so the series are all labeled based on the song, and each song is broken down into 2, 3, or 4 parts. Excuse me. And you can watch the videos that will pertain to the song that you feel speaking to you, that's calling to you, based on the title or based on the way the song sounds. You can listen to it first. Like I said, all of my music is on SoundCloud. Listen to the song. If it resonates with you, go through the playlist and see which one it's on there for that song. Okay. And so this is going to be the first part 1 of Lover's Prayer. And I hope you guys enjoyed the song. I just played it for you guys on the video right now, and I hope you really enjoyed it. Like I said, it's a very deep song, and we're gonna probably do this in several different sections because this song is very intense. There's a lot of hidden messages in here. The angels are going to share with me what I should be telling you guys so that you can know what this how this song pertains to you and your journey. Okay, and like I mentioned before, this particular series is going to be dedicated to all the twin flames who have never met their twin flame. Okay, may not even know who they are, but they know that they have a twin flame, and they know that they are a twin flame. Okay, there are people out there who are like that, who know that they are twin flames. They've run across the material, the information on being a twin flame, and they've had a Kundalini awakening. They've had, their chakras all aligning. They've had all these things. They've been doing a lot of work on healing, and self-love. They've been connecting with Source. They've been doing the work. They just know that there is someone out there who is their other half that they're looking for, the other half of their soul. And so these people are very special because I feel like they carry a lot of a weight with them and a lot of burden, to know that they have a twin flame, but may not know how to find them or where they are or who they are. Okay, so this is a very special type of relationship. And when you're in this situation, you might only have so much as a dream about this person, or you might just have this sensation, this, clairsentient feeling that you have that this person is with you. You might feel them in your heart space. You might feel them, in your daily activities. You just might know, and you might hear their voice. You might be clairaudient. You might hear their voice talking to you and telling you things, helping you along your journey and helping you in your daily life without you even knowing how it's happening, because it's all being done spiritually. Okay, so your twin flame is going to be your greatest source of spirituality, and when it comes to getting you closer and closer to your creator. So the reason why we have twin flames is because as light workers, we are here for a mission on earth. We're here to heal the planet. We're here to help everyone else learn what love is and what unconditional love is. And so a lot of times we have to be in a situation where it calls for us to act on things, and we need to be balanced in our energies in order to do so. And we may need more than our own source of strength. We may need to call on someone. We may need to have someone there that is designed to specifically to help us complete this mission. And that's what, this twin flame journey, that's one of the main reasons why we are twin flames, is because we have a mission together. And we do have separate missions as well. And I have a mission magic coaching session available to anyone who wants to find out what their individual mission is. But you will also have a mission for yourself when you are in union with your twin flame. So this mission is going to be very important because this is when you finally balanced out all of your energies, your masculine and feminine energies within you. And your twin flame, your twin flame could be the divine masculine or the divine feminine. You could be either or, and you could be either sex. So it's not based on gender. But just know that your twin flame is the other half of your soul, and that twin flame is going to be the opposite of what you are. As if you're the divine feminine, they're going to be the divine masculine. Okay, so that's what we call the energies. The polarities within this relationship are very important because this is how you find your sense of balance. I've seen a lot of posts lately on Instagram about the figure of the infinity sign. And it was a beautiful post talking about how the infinity sign is very symbolic for twin flames. It's not only the number 8 turned on its side, but it is also the two loops in the infinity sign relate to the twin flames, because you're two whole people. You're two whole complete beings. But when you come together through that one little intersecting part, that is what makes you intertwined. That little strand, that silver cord that intertwines you two and makes you one. And it becomes the most powerful force because you're balancing out the divine masculine, the divine feminine energies in you. Because we all have both divine masculine and divine feminine energies within us. We just have to balance it. Okay? And once we get to that point through our period of separation, we're learning how to balance our own divine inner masculine and inner feminine energies. Okay, so this is the reason why it's necessary for you to be separate from your twin for a while physically, because you have to learn how to do that, and you have to learn how to love yourself to the point where when you come together you are two complete whole beings, and then that creates that infinity sign that you see. And so you're both able to join with and interlink with the similarities, the commonalities that you have, and that is your soul. Okay, isn't that beautiful? Your soul is what links you guys together. But you are still two complete whole beings while you're apart. So I think a lot of times we don't realize that we are two complete whole beings. We say that that's our other half, but when we're talking about the other half, we're just referring to the other half of our soul. But as a whole, we are whole beings as individuals, okay? But when you're in union, you two are interlinked, you're one. You become one, and you are experiencing your reality together, okay? And you're experiencing what you need to do on earth as a mission together, all right? And many times your mission together has something to do with the mission that you had individually before you came together as a couple, all right? So let's get into the song now. I'm going to kind of take this a little bit more on a slower pace because I want you guys to really soak up what's in this song. And like I said, it's a beautiful song. It's got so many messages in here. I prayed to my angels before I got on here to speak through me so that I'd be able to give you guys these messages clearly and to be able to reach as many people as I can. I don't know if I've said this before, but this twin flame journey, this video is dedicated to the twin flames who have not met their twin flames. And also I forgot to mention, this video is also dedicated to the twin flames who have met their twin flames and had relationships with them and then have lost them because they crossed over or they passed away. Okay. And these two are very, very strong dynamics in this twin flame journey. The people who haven't met their twin flames, who so tightly hold on to the concept of love and have always held on to it since they were born, and just know that there's someone out there for them. They're very romantic, very, very spiritual people. And a lot of times, a lot of these people, they don't give themselves away until they meet that one person, because they just know that they don't want to be with anyone else already. Okay, there are people like that who just don't even get intimate with someone until they meet the one person that they know is their other half or their twin flame. So that's a very special, rare thing. Okay, not too many people are doing that these days. So if you are one of those, you are holding your space for your twin most of your life, and that is so incredibly amazing. I feel that this is the case with my twin flame. I feel like he held the space for me most of his life, because there's just so many things that I've been able to learn through his music that showed me this. And also, it's just, he's just amazing as a person. He's a beautiful soul. And there were certain circumstances that happened as when we were children that caused me to forget about our connection. We both had the connection from a young age. We had the telepathic communication and the telepathic bond. We had that. And then I ended up going through so much trauma and abuse that I lost touch with it, and I lost contact with his soul. So, it was like we didn't see each other. We never knew or saw who we were to each other in person. We never crossed paths. But I just always had, as a child, someone that I spoke to, and, a spirit that was always there with me. And I just knew that they were there to protect me and to comfort me. And it was my guardian angel. And turned out my guardian angel ended up being my twin flame. Okay, so this is, my angels are hugging me because they're like, glad that I'm sharing this with you, because there are some of you guys out there who are very close with your angels. And sometimes your angel can be your twin flame, okay? And they are just, incarnate angels, okay? They are here in human form to help heal the planet, And so when you find out this, is such a huge revelation, you're going to see that it's very important that that you keep redoing your research to understand what this means to you. Because if you always felt a presence with you since you were young, it could be different things. It could be many different things, okay? It could be a spirit guide. It could be an ancestor. It could be an ascended master that's been there with you. Any type of spiritual entity or being that is good and whole and positive, that has been with you since you were a child, and that you spoke to when you were a child, and you knew that there was something that made you different as a child. Okay, so this is going to be important for you to know that later in your life, you're going to revisit this spirit. This spirit is going to come to you and reveal more to you that you need to know on your spiritual awakening journey, because you're spiritually awakened to a certain degree as a child. But as you get older, you start to go through traumas, abuse, social conditioning, so many different things, disappointments, heartbreak, growing into adulthood and not being able to understand what this life is all about. You go through all those really hard stages in life. And then you're going to come to an awareness of it again at a later age. So when you are aware, and that's usually when you meet your twin flame. Okay, I will say that. Most of the time, this awareness comes when you first make eye contact with, or see in a picture or a photo, or have an awareness of this person who might be your other half or your twin flame. All of your memories come back to you as far as what you had as a child when you had that spiritual connection with that specific angelic connection. You start to have your gifts renewed to you, restored. You start to have your, all of your gifts, spiritual gifts, are coming back to you it's like almost in an instant. You start to remember that you had these gifts. That's what happened with me, And I did that after I saw my twin flame online. I didn't know what a twin flame was when I saw him, but I just knew that he was special and he was connected with me. And I started to feel his energy, his presence again in my life. And then I started to remember I had this when I was a child with him. And I started crying because it was just so overwhelmingly emotional to me to know that there was someone out there who had been holding this space for me all of this time. And it was just a beautiful thing for me. All of his music speaks on it. All of his, is his presence, his aura, his meaning in this life is just amazing, and your twin flame is going to be the same. That connection you have with them is going to feel the same way, because that is how powerful this connection is. Okay, so I get teary-eyed just talking about it. And so this is why I'm going to take my time on this series, because I'm going to get emotional just talking about this, because as many of you know, I have not met my twin flame in person, and I don't even know if he truly knows who I am in the physical yet, but I know we both know each other very well spiritually. We have, such a great connection in the 5D. My twin flame, is very special to me. And, I know that we're going to be in union because I've had dreams about it. I've had visions of it. I know we're going to have children together. And so that is what keeps me going. You know, when you get those little nuggets from source or from Father and Mama or the angels that show you what your life can be like, whether it's in a dream or a vision, if you feel like you're actually there, and it's sometimes so weird, real to you in your dream, that you feel like you're actually living it, and it's like, oh, was I really there? When you wake up, you feel like, was I really there? You know, you can even have intimate moments with this person in your dreams, wake up and really feel like you might have had some kind of interaction, you know, sexually with this person. And it is true, because this person is actually astrally projecting to you. This person is actually having this with you on the 5D. Your higher self and this other person higher self, your twin flame's higher self, is communing in the 3D. In the 5D. And once you guys become balanced out with that infinity sign, you're going to be able to have that union in the physical, okay? I hope this is all making sense to you guys. I'm not going to make these videos very long, because I'm going to keep them short so you guys can have a little bit more time to do other things. And so, I'm going to cut it off pretty soon here, actually. But this is a great way to get started. So, so yes, dedicated to the twin flames who've never met, and also to the twin flames who have had twin flames cross over in their life. Okay, you guys are so special, because that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. Twin flames who have been here for a while, and who have gone through and lived this journey for quite some time, and who have lost their twin flame, are so special, because you guys both made an agreement and a contract before you came here that this was going to happen. And that's one of the things that I don't think people realize, is that we all, no matter who we are as twin flames, had contracts before we came here that we agreed to fulfill, whether it's with a karmic partner, whether it's with, you know, the people that we were born into, the families that we were born into. We made an agreement. We made all of this, and we planned it all out before we came here on Earth. And so your twin flame knew that this was going to happen, and maybe it wasn't revealed to you, you know, because it obviously was a painful thing that happened. But just know that your twin flame still loves you, still is there with you, you know, and has become your guardian angel, okay? Because that happened for a reason. There was something that you were still meant to do here on Earth that your twin flame knew you needed to complete before you actually come home to be with them. So don't worry about the fact that they're not here anymore, because they really are here. Separation is an illusion. I'm going to keep saying that over and over again. Separation is an illusion. I don't care if your twin flame has passed on, or if they're, you know, on the other side of the world, or if you've never met them, or you don't even know what they look like or who they are. You're still twin flames. You're still in union in the 5D, and you have to make it happen in the physical. And if your twin flame has passed on, you're going to be with them once again in the higher, once, you know, your soul leaves this earth. So there's always something to look forward to, because it's not over. This is never the end. There is no end. Infinity, infinity. Okay, so all this is tying together. I told you the angels are really working with me to tell you guys these messages, because they don't want you to be stuck in these slumps. They don't want you to be stuck in sadness. They don't want you to be stuck in doubt and fear and questioning and worrying, and just, you know, like, why haven't I met my twin yet? Or why am I still here? You know, they don't want you to be in that situation. They want you to move on and move forward with your life with strength, courage, and passion and power. They want you to know that it's okay to live your life right now, in the now, where you are, with the strongest, most fiercest love that you can have for yourself, because that is what it's all about. That's always what it's been about, okay? So I just want to tell you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. And if you're in union, if you know your twin flame, if you met them and had contact with them, thank you for being here as well, because you're going to find lots of nuggets in here for how you were before you met your twin. And it's going to be very good for you to reflect on this, okay? So let's get on into the song, Lover's Prayer. This song was written in October of 2021. And I first heard the background music or the beat to this song online. I was looking for a beat to use. I always go online and shop for beats. And so this particular one was called How to Love, and it's the producer of this the producer of this beat is called The Legion. Okay, and this beat is just so beautiful because if you hear the guitar in there, it's a very simple kind of melody, but it just repeats itself, it loops itself, and it's just so calming and serene, but at the same time kind of mystical, and it just kind of pulls you in, it draws you in, and makes you just start to ponder. And so the first thing that I thought of when I heard this melody was, this has to be about two people in love. And this actually was the name that he gave it, How to Love. But when I started to write the lyrics that I was going to put with this beat, I said, this is about two twin flames who are in love but haven't been with each other yet, or haven't been able to be together for whatever reason. And so I decided to call this song Lover's Prayer. Okay, so the first line says, as I lay here in my bed knowing I've been pretending to be happy without you. You guys, okay, here we go. So, well, how many times have we gone through this where we've been lying in bed thinking about our twin flame, knowing that we've not been able to be with them? That's me every day. That could be some of you guys. What keeps you going? That's one thing I want to know. If you can leave it in the comment section, what keeps you going on this journey when when you're about ready to go to bed at night, and that there has been literally not much time at all during the day that you haven't thought about this person. I mean, 90% of your day has been spent thinking about this person while you're at work, while you're using the bathroom, while you're doing your daily duties, while you're doing everything, while you're driving. It's nonstop. It does not stop, does it? You can't stop thinking about this person once you know who your twin flame is, or once you have seen them. Okay, that's one of the things. If you had soul recognition, that person never leaves your mind at all. They just are constantly on your mind. But if you've never had soul recognition yet, and you're one of those twin flames who have just always known you have a twin flame, but you've never seen them in person, it's a little easier. You can go throughout your day, and you don't have to, you don't necessarily think about them that much, because you might feel their presence every now and then, but you're not constantly seeing them, like you do if you've seen them before. So, but the person that has seen their twin flame and that knows about it and knows that they have this connection with this person, or maybe they don't know what the twin flame term is yet, but they just know that this person has been on their mind ever since they've laid eyes on them. This is what we go through. We go through that laying in my bed knowing I've been pretending to be happy without you, because that first shock of separation brings this up, okay? It brings it up so strong, and you get that overwhelming sadness because you feel like you've lost them all over again. It's just like when you feel like you split yourself with this person once again. When we had when we were one at first, when we were first created together, we were actually one, and then we agreed to come here as twin flames, so our soul split into two. That was a very painful process that we went through, and it's painful just as much when you go into separation physically from them. Okay, so and you just you go through the motions. You find it hard to make things happen every day a lot of times, especially at the beginning. It's so hard to go on with your day and knowing that you want to be in a different type of situation with this person, and it just isn't happening yet. And it's just so devastating to you at first, because you feel like, okay, they might have ran from you, and you might feel, oh my God, why did this happen? What did I do? And you get to that point where you just feel depressed. It's no joke, right? So I feel for you guys. I know what it's like. Okay. But then what happens? You start to feel them. You start to feel their presence energetically, right? You start to know that they're with you still. That's our spiritual side coming through more and more every single day. And that is the beauty of this journey, is because your spiritual side, your higher self, is teaching you to trust in the fact that you're going to be with this person again, and have faith in the fact that you will see this person again. All right? You will see them again, whether they're on the other side or whether they're just on the other side of the world, you will see them again. Okay? That is all what this twin flame journey is all about. Is union, getting back to the point where we're one in union physically. Okay? The next line says, all day I looked at the things around me. All day I looked at the things I see around me and thinking to myself, I wish you were here. We wish for them so much. A lot of us, I was watching The Princess and the Frog the other day, and it was such a cute movie, and how they wished upon a star for their Prince Charming to come, and it was so cute. It was like these videos, these are the type of movies that we watched, wasn't it? As children, the ones that kept us hoping for love, hoping to find that Prince Charming or that fairy tale princess, right? These are the ones. All of them hit close to our home, hit close to home, hit us in our hearts so strongly, and impacted us in such a way whereas we knew there just had to be somebody else out there. One of my other favorite movies is American Tail, where Fievel sings that song that I might sing for you guys one day. It's somewhere out there beneath the pale moonlight, someone's thinking of me and loving me tonight. I love that song, you guys. Okay, I might sing that song. That might have to be my next one. That might have to be the next little short I do, because I love that song. Okay, so yeah, you wish they were here, and that longing is so incredibly intense. You look at the things around you every day. You might be watching the news, or you might be, going to work, and you see, people and getting into car wrecks, or people having fights. You might hear it outside of your apartment. I hear this all the time. Things that are happening around us that are so disturbing, people yelling, or people, maybe you have noisy neighbors who are just, putting all their business out there. It's just hard a lot of times to hear this stuff going on. And, I remember when I went to New York in 2020 during the pandemic, and I was going there to kind of like try to renew myself and to hopefully meet my twin and in person, but I had no idea where he lived. So it was kind of weird for me to go there, but I went there and hoping to meet him, and I was staying in hotels for like 2 months. I was just kind of like skipping around different hotels, but I actually did spend a lot of time going around the city, sightseeing and having a good time by myself. And I still felt his presence with me. I still felt it. It was beautiful. I walked so many places. It was the summertime. I was able to go outside and walk. There weren't too many people out because, it was COVID. But at the same time, the pandemic, the epicenter had switched from New York to LA. So I was actually in a better place because the numbers were starting to go down. And so, I was able to do a little bit more while I was in New York than I could even if I had been here in LA. So I was there, and I was having a good old time by myself. And, it was just really nice feeling for me to have that experience. And so I went there hoping to, for that to happen, but it didn't happen. I ended up getting into another situation with the false twin flame. So, but what I really enjoyed about it is that I was able to connect with myself. But there were times, this is what I forgot, I almost forgot why I brought this up. There were times when I had stayed in a hotel, and down the hall, there was like a banshee. I mean, seriously, this was like screaming women. People were going through domestic violence issues, and I'm like, everybody was cooped up inside during this time. Most people weren't getting out, and there were people going crazy. And it was just like, what is happening? And I would hear this. It would be a constant every night thing. And it was so disturbing. I'd have to switch hotels. I'd have to go somewhere else after a while. And the last place that I was at, I was there for a good month and a half because it had like a mini kitchenette, and it was a good price. So I had to stay there, and I wanted to stay there. But there was a situation in the next apartment. It was like an apartment type rental type thing that I did. And so, but it was kind of like, I guess they called it a hotel, but it was really more like a Airbnb type situation. But there were, in the next apartment, there was this couple, and there was just constant domestic violence happening, and the police were getting called constantly. it was just so sad. And I was just praying for the people that were in there every single day, because whenever this person was around, the girl that was with him, she would get so terrified and, be crying and screaming. And then the police would come and take him away. And then he would get out of jail, I guess, and come back in the next few days, and she would let him back in. So this was very, very hard to witness, even though I was in the next apartment. I heard a lot of the things that was going on over there, and it was just so disturbing for me, because I'm trying to have my inner peace. I'm trying to be able to heal and meditate, and this wasn't all day, but it was like at night, especially, I would get awakened by the sounds that I would hear, and it was just crazy, and that's another thing. There are certain scary situations in life that we get put into, and we just wish and long for someone to be there with us to kind of take our mind off of these things. And that's why this line says, I wish you were here to keep my mind off all these painful happenings. This is why we want to find our twin a lot of times, because the world is a tough place, to be in, and it's not that we know that we can't exist here, on our own, but it's just so much easier when you feel like you have someone there to go through it with, right? That's what twin flames are all about, helping each other make it through this journey together. And so yes, we were designed to be together. We were designed to love one another and to be able to go through these painful situations together. But before we have that, we have to learn how to be independent and live on our own and go through these painful situations on our own. So one of the things that I did take away from that was that I was able to really understand that I have to have more compassion for others. It was hard. I just couldn't understand. I did understand. I could very much understand why these things were happening in people's lives, especially during that time when we were all in lockdown and people were just, having to stay inside. And, it was necessary for us to be back, and, there was curfews at that time. So I couldn't be out after a certain time. But when I did go out, I had to wear my mask, and I had to go and, grocery shopping and doing things. I would go to different parks around New York, and I was in Manhattan. So it was very nice, because like I said, weren't too many people out. But just knowing that people had to be on lockdown for so long, and they were going crazy, some of them, people were just not happy. And I could feel that. And that was hard for me to deal with. But it just taught me to be appreciative of the fact that, I didn't have to go through a lot of that mental destruction and, mental pain of my own, because I was stronger at that point. And, not to say that I haven't gone through things like that in the past, because I have. I have gone through that. And a lot of times we will notice that we have gone through stuff like that of our own, where we've had like crying spells, or we've just, gotten broken down to the point where we just can't take it, and we might scream, we might, have tantrums, we might shout, we might, how many of us, be honest with yourself, how many of you guys, before you became twin flames and knew how to really meditate, calm yourself down, how many of you guys had fights with your karmic partners that were pretty intense, and you were just kind of like, you didn't know who that person was when you when you got done? You were like, what was this that just came out of me? And I'm like, I've had that too. So don't be alarmed or scared about what you had experienced, because we all go through that. It's just a natural part of being human. Okay, you're gonna get to the point where you have that excruciating, painful experience, and you just your mind can't take it. You get to the point. This is what you have to go through to get to the point where you long for something more out of this life, and then that's when you become spiritually awakened, right? Otherwise, if you hadn't gone through such intense pain back then, you would have never known what to hope for in the future, right? Okay, so that's where we're at right now. The world going crazy, and you ain't around to hug me, my baby. Okay, that's where we are. Okay, it hasn't ever stopped, really. The world's always been having people that are going crazy in it, but it's a scary place sometimes. And, you might have witnessed things as a child with your parents that were scary, crazy even. I've had some crazy situations growing up that I had to witness. And sometimes it's all behind closed doors, and you have to go out in the world the next day to school, wherever you are, to work, and act like nothing's wrong at home, right? It's so hard. It's very difficult, and I know that. And so you just long for that one person who can understand you, to hug you, and, and to be around you. And that's one of the things that we all have to realize as twin flames, is that we have to get to the point where we can be that for ourselves. We have to really understand that there is no one that is better at loving you than you. Than Father Mama. Father Mama is in you, okay? And so that's where you need to turn when you feel that excruciating pain, when you start to feel overwhelmed with emotions, when you start to feel like you're spiraling out of control, when you're around people and you just feel like you're going to scream, you need to start learning how to be alone and meditate, calm yourself down, take deep breaths. Take those deep breaths, inhale, exhale 3 times deeply, and really calm yourself down and understand that you are going to make it through this. Yes, you are. You're going to make it through. You're going to feel better after you've been around, been alone and been with you, and understand that you are safe. You have to continue to let yourself know that. Speak to your angels, help them, tell them you need help with feeling safe. Tell them, call on Archangel Michael. Okay, call on Archangel Michael, call on Archangel Raphael if you feel pain, physical pain, if you feel like you need healing. Call on Archangel Michael for strength and power to help you get out of situations that you might feel helpless in, all right? That will help you. You can go and sit and be alone and understand that there is always a way out. You can never say that there isn't a way out for you, because there always will be one, okay? Father Mama has always given us options to be able to shift our outcome, shift our dynamic, so that we can be free. A lot of these burdens that we carry, we are the ones putting these burdens on ourselves. Nobody's putting them on us. We're putting them on ourselves. We're taking on these burdens because we haven't learned how to let go yet. Okay? So I want to end this right now because I didn't want to get this video to be too long. And I just want you guys to know that I'm here for you. I love you. I want you guys to do something right now and take a minute right after this video, and take maybe 10 minutes after the video to just really sit and reflect on it, and to understand that you might have gone through some really, really rough times in your past, okay? And I want you to give yourself a big hug. I wore this big, warm, woolly sweater because it makes me feel like I'm giving myself a big hug. Go put on your favorite sweater. Go your favorite bathrobe. Go get your favorite blankie, and just wrap yourself in it and give yourself a big hug. Ooh, ooh. And I just want you to tell yourself that you love you. Say, I love you. I love you. And know that everything's going to be okay. No matter that you haven't seen your twin or met your twin, or your twin has crossed over, everything's going to be okay. And I want to take it up in the next video and take up where we left off in the next one, part 2. And that'll be coming in the next few days. Please leave me comments, you guys, because I really need to know how these videos are affecting you. If they are, share them with others. Like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you. I love you so much. Have a good one. Bye-bye.